Hey everybody, it's Zach. Welcome back to Heroverse Gaming. And guys, literally, I just found out five hours ago that Marvel Entertainment literally uploaded the full Hall H panel for Marvel Spider-Man 2 called, Symbiotic Relationships. They released. I cannot believe that I was not expecting that they would release the footage from Hall H of the entire panel. I wasn't expecting that, but I guess they assumed that we would want to see it, and that was one of the things that I hated about that I hated about that. That's the one thing I hated that Insomniac did not do was live stream the event in Hall H. But it was one of those things where it's like I wasn't too angry about it, even though it would have made sense that the news ended up getting out anyways. I don't know why they wouldn't have just live streamed the event, because pretty much all of the news that was shown in Hall H ended up being leaked out anyways and recorded anyways from people in the room. But either way, I'm really glad that they actually uploaded it. I guess someone at Marvel Entertainment was recording the whole Hall H panel and knew that we would want to see this. So we're going to do a reaction, even though I covered a lot of this stuff on my stream on the day of the Hall H panel for Marvel Spider-Man 2, which I think was last Friday, if I'm correct. I think, or it was last Thursday. I can't quite remember, but I did the reaction. I covered the news. I did the reaction to the story trailer. I clipped that in my live stream. It's actually up if you guys want to go check out specifically the story trailer. That's its own thing if you guys want to go check that out. I actually did the reaction as well when we found out about the special edition Marvel Spider-Man 2 PS5 bundle. I found out about that. I did a reaction to that on stream. I have yet to clip that. If you guys are interested and want me to clip that specific reaction to the console, definitely let me know and I'll clip it and I'll put it up separate. But I thought, what, it would be fun to actually, watch the panel, the Hall H panel, and really, even though we kind of know what the voice actors had to say about the game and what we could expect, it was all via like text when the news broke out, and for people that were actually there and knew what was going on, like put it out on Twitter, whether it be from Insomniac or whether it be from some other news outlets that were covering Spider-Man 2, the Spider-Man 2 panel that were actually there. So it's like I actually wanted to do a reaction to this and kind of actually get to see, like, hear from the voice actors themselves how excited they are for this game and what we can expect from this game. I just thought it'd be super fun. I just wanted to say also sorry again that was not, I did that there was no Marvel Spider-Man remastered live stream last Sunday. I'm sorry about that. I was super busy yesterday and I did not have the chance to kind of live stream. For anybody that's new here, I've been doing live streams every Sunday for Spider-Man Remastered on New Game Plus. It's actually the first time I've played on Remastered. Of course, I've played Spider-Man PS4 multiple times, but this is kind of a way of me counting down to the release of Marvel Spider-Man 2 come October 20th. So I've been replaying through Remastered. I actually beat the game last Sunday, and pretty much this Sunday, the past Sunday stream would have been me kind of finishing up the side quests and stuff. And then the next following Sunday I would have started on Spider-Man Miles Morales, which of course I've played multiple times as well. But as you know, and as I said, it's kind of a countdown to the release of Spider-Man 2, which I will be live streaming Spider-Man 2 once I get it come October 20th. Not only that, I got the collector's edition, so I will be doing an unboxing probably on stream and then playing the game. Depending on what happens first, whether it's a midnight release, my collector's edition will of course come earlier in the day. So which means I will do my unboxing probably separate on a video, and then once I get the game, I'll probably do that later in the day. I'll probably start live streaming for that once the game comes out. But if it's an early release for the game, I'll probably do both on stream. It all depends on how things play out that day on October 20th. But either way, I'm super excited to react to this. Like I said, I already covered a lot of this stuff. It's just really like feeling like we get to see what actually was going on in Hall H. Like we'll feel we'll hear the energy, we'll see the energy, and we'll get us even more hyped for the game. Again, here, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, post notifications, and like this video. It would mean a lot to me. And if you're interested in any of my if you're interested in any Spider-Man 2 stuff, I will be covering it here, or anything pretty much Marvel games related. I will be covering it here. But without further ado, we actually are going to be getting into this, and we're going to get into this in 3, 2, 1. Let's get into it right about now. I'm excited. Like, I really wish they would have live streamed this.
Hey, MJ. I have another name for you. Kraven. He's here on some kind of hunt. You know, if you need me, I'm just a call away.
What the hell's going on with Pete?
He's not himself.
This was our dream.
PlayStation.
We got a lot to talk about. So first, Brian, my first question for you is, where do we find Peter, MJ, Harry, and Miles at the beginning of Marvel Spider-Man 2, now that we're in the third installment of the franchise?
Well, you could find us all in the back being late to the panel because we were watching the story trailer as you guys were all watching it backstage.
True,
That's first
true.
off. So, yeah, I think what's really great about this game is that we're going to pick up roughly 9 to 10 months after the events of Miles Morales. Which
Look at that statue. I can't wait to
played
get
it.
that
It's an amazing
statue
video game
on
by the
October
talented
20th.
team. And what's really great is we kind of have Pete and Miles. They're a well-oiled machine. They're a great team. They lean on each other. They really support each other, and they're really protecting the city. But at the same time, there's a lot of things going on in their life outside the mask. Miles is applying to college and trying to figure out how to write his college essay. And you have Pete starting his teaching career. And then you have MJ, who is still at the Bugle, but
Super excited to
under
see
a
that,
new
too.
leadership with the return of J. Jonah Jameson at the Daily Bugle.
Which is, I'm glad that J. Jonah is going to be
And
where
then
J.
Bill,
Jonah
so
should
my
be
next question
at the
is for
Daily
you.
Bugle, so I'm super
Can you
excited
talk
about that.
the dynamic of these characters and how working with Insomniac, they're keeping the authenticity of the DNA of the core of these characters while still making it their own?
Together, working all together, we're all one
Roseman.
team. We all love the characters. Our goal is to make something that you love, that when you play it, you say, this was made by fans for fans.
Yeah.
And John, my next question is for you. With the new villains that we've seen in this
Bill
game,
Roseman gets it.
confirmed villains with
You know what I mean?
Kraven, Venom, and Lizard. Can you talk narratively why you felt those choices for those villains were important?
For us, it really started with Kraven. He's our catalyst for the story, right? Like before the
So
game
excited
starts,
for
he's halfway
Kraven.
around the world being Kraven, hunting, trying to find the ultimate prey. And he watched from afar as the events of the first 2 games occurred. And he decided, you know what? There's a lot of stuff going on in New York City. That might be
So
my
he
new hunting ground.
knew about all that.
Like I said, Craven's
The
a
events of
catalyst for
Spider-Man
everything
and Miles
happening. When
Morales.
he
That's
comes to
crazy.
New York City, a lot of things start going wrong. We have Lizard coming out. We have the symbiote coming out. And as you saw briefly in that trailer, Miles is forced to come face to face with the Mr. Negative, the guy who killed his dad. So there's a lot of drama that's happening in this game.
Absolutely. And Jacinda, my next question for you. So I think one of the things fans really appreciate about both of the games is just the environment, just the lived-in cities, that it feels like a character in its own. So can you talk about how you elevated that with this new game, especially with the PS5 technology and the new locations that we'll see, like with Coney Island?
Super excited to see Coney
stuff like that?
Islands.
Totally, yeah. We're super excited to finally be able to bring Brooklyn and Queens to our fans. Obviously, Miles is from Brooklyn. Peter is from Queens. Not only does it increase the gameplay space, so there's a lot more places for you to swing to, but it also has some really cool, obviously Marvel landmarks, as well as New York landmarks. For example, I know in Queens, everybody has wanted to visit Aunt May's house and perhaps see where Peter lives. I know a lot of fans had wanted
I'm
to
excited
interact
to
with that
see that
space, so
too.
just being able to walk in and see where he lives is
Yeah,
incredible.
that was the
Oh,
picture that
there's
was
a picture of Aunt May's house.
released from Insomniac.
The other thing that's really cool is it's introducing a lot of cool landmarks like the East River. So as you could see in our gameplay trailer that we produced a while back, you can now chase the lizards on the East River, which is awesome. And personally, for me, I just love seeing the Brooklyn Bridge, the Williamsburg Bridge, and being able to just swing across the water. It's an incredible experience.
And Ryan, my next question for you.
The
just following
traversal
up
is
with
gonna
the
be
new
crazy,
location,
especially
can you
the
talk
use
about
of the
how
web
new
wings. It's gonna be
traversal
crazy,
techniques
yeah.
that you're implementing in this game affected
Web wings are gonna be
what
crazy.
your approach to this and how you elevated it.
Sure. I mean, one of the interesting things with Brooklyn and Queens is you're not always surrounded by skyscrapers anymore. And so we thought, what's a really great opportunity? Something we've seen on
Web wings.
comic book covers, we've seen it in the movies, we can add the web wings. And that was really changed how we look at traversal. Swinging is always our Spider-Man core. That's where we come from. But what we did is design the web wings so that we could integrate them and weave them in with swinging. You gain height and you build speed between swinging and the web
I'm
wings. and
excited.
you
The
go back and
speed,
forth and
man.
really
I'm
kinda
excited
weave
just
your
to
way through the
fly
city.
through
It's
New
really fun.
York.
In Brooklyn and Queens, there are some lower spaces, there are some new spaces, but you have to get between Manhattan and the other boroughs by crossing the river. So that's another opportunity where we could really, we added these things called jet streams or wind tunnels. You really build speed there, and they just shoot you right along when you're on the web wings. It's really fun, and it's one of the chances for us to really push the power of the PS5 there and like hit a level of speed that we hadn't had in the previous game. It's really
Man,
added a
I
new
can't
dimension
wait,
to it
guys.
with
It's-
traversal.
This is gonna be super awesome.
We see Mr. Negative in this trailer, so can you just briefly talk a little bit about how he's still coping with the effects of his game and dealing with the loss
Are they
of
asking
Paul?
Najee?
Man,
Yeah.
well, y'all seen Miles' trajectory,
Yeah.
and just with everything that he's been through with his family and his friends, and just getting into this new world that he's, being introduced to. But he's now owning this power. But coming back to Martin Lee, man, that was something big. I didn't think that we would revisit that.
Yeah, I
He
honestly
had a
was
lot
not
of
expecting we would
emotions
see
on
Martin
set.
Lee
And my last
in this
question,
game.
you
That
touched
was a
on it
big
as well,
shock.
like his powers and his abilities. How is he really? We see them evolving, and we see him. He has a couple new abilities. So how is he really coming into his own with that, with his abilities?
Oh, we got some stuff coming for y'all. Y'all get ready. October 20th.
Oh,
You're gonna be surprised. You're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be on your feet.
Bro knows how to
You're gonna be
promote
screaming
and get
you're gonna
people
be
excited
crying, you're
and
gonna be
pumped. Like,
laughing.
he knows how to do
So y'all
this.
get ready, man. We got some powerful stuff coming for y'all.
I apologize to employers everywhere because I hear a lot of people going, I've already booked, time off from work, from
Right.
Yeah.
October
Right.
20th for like 3 days. I'm like,
Right.
all right.
We have MJ in the house. So can you talk about what are her ambitions in this
I
game
do
and
the
how
same
her
thing, bro.
storyline
Like-
has evolved from when we last saw her?
Yeah, I think she's
My
coming to her
bro
own
booked
a
time
lot
off
more. I
as
think she's
well.
understanding
I don't
who
blame
she
him,
is
like,
as a reporter and
you
as a
got to.
writer a lot more. She spent a lot of time.
Laura
with
Bailey's so
Peter and
awesome.
Sicaria.
I'm so excited to see more
and
reporting from MJ.
Am I allowed to say this? She's writing.
There's a reason why we wanted Yuri, Laura, and Najee all here, because they are a team. They are, they complement each other really well. Not just what's going on in the superhero world, but what's happening in their lives. And I think that's why, even when we're shooting our scenes, we're all kind of working together as a team, figuring out how do we put this game together. And I know we couldn't be working with better people.
So
I love
excited
these
for that
people.
statue, bro. It looks so
I love them.
clean.
Tell you more, bro.
They're the best.
Come on, man.
There's somebody else that we can't forget about on this panel.
Of course, Tony Todd.
The
course.
Venom of the Venom of it all.
Come on, let's get that
Tony
We Are
Todd, it is
Venom.
Truly an honor to have you on this panel right now. Let's get
And all of a sudden, I get a call from Insomniac to test drive Venom. And I got to say, it's been the most exciting voiceover journey that I've had to date.
Yep, Insomniac dropped that tweet, and so did Discussing Film. Those were the
Can you just
two
talk about the casting of this game? I know
news
there was a story or
news
something
outlets
on
I
how
went
this-
to.
how this happened.
Mainly from the main
yeah.
source of
So I
Insomniac, but
remember
like
we-
news
we
outlet
cast
from
a lot of the
Discussing
characters
Film is
pretty
very
quickly.
like
Obviously we had Miles,
reputable.
Peter, MJ, and then really we actually right before COVID, I think we cast Craven, and I knew I was putting off Venom. I was just putting it off. I was like, I know there's already there's gonna be so many opinions what people, and I know I was scared to death. And I remember Patrick, our dialogue lead, was asking me what are you looking for? And I said, I don't know. And then I remember just happened to be on the internet one day, and I was listening to one of I think it was the Candyman, the new Candyman trailer, and I heard Tony, and I was like, hey, if we could get a Tony Todd, that would be the one. And then a couple weeks go by, I don't think anything about it, and Patrick messages me and goes, you're not gonna believe this. Tony Todd's interested. And I remember he sent a real quick tape in, and it was sorry, Tony, it was really bad, audio quality, but it took 3 lines, and I was like, that's it. Please hire him. Please, whatever he wants, give it to him. And I think you all know, based on what you heard, it's he's incredible. We have a wonderful, there's 4 of us here from Insomniac, but we have so many Insomniac who put in
Thank the Lord.
so much work into this game.
Marvel
I just wanna
Entertainment
say
released
they're
this
somehow
because
listening to this
I didn't
somehow.
look at any
Thank you for all
grainy
the work
quality
you guys are
that
putting into
people
it
were
right now. It's
recording.
incredible. The work they're
Because
doing.
any time you find this, it's like grainy or it doesn't look that good. So I'm glad
I
that
call
they released
Insomniac my
this.
second family because we just put so much into this. And you can imagine when you're in your family, everybody has opinions, right?
Yep.
And I think it's probably the only decision I've ever made being a creative director in 10 years where I just said, Tony Todd is going to be Venom, and everybody said yes. So,
Can you just talk a little bit about Venom's motivations and his personality in this, and why is he so important to the narrative of this game?
Well, yeah, I mean, Venom is a symbiote, right? And I think the thing that a lot of symbiote stories have in common, and the reason why I think we connect with them really well, is that it's a simple human story. We all have a darkness inside of us. And then you put the symbiote on top of that, it really brings out the dark
worst of you.
parts
Yeah.
of what Spider-Man is about, power and responsibility. You heard Yuri talk about it a couple minutes ago. And what happens in the story is that sense of responsibility starts to go away. It's really interesting when you bring the symbiote into these relationships, how it really challenges them, not just externally, because there's cool powers. Ryan was talking about having that control in your hand. Oh my God, it's amazing. But the people you love around you.
Tony, I'm coming back to you. Can you talk about your approach to bringing the voice of it to life and how you approached it?
For me, Venom was fun to do, and I wanted to make sure that there was a joyous quality in his destruction.
I'm glad it was fun for you because it scared the hell out of us.
Always fun for me.
Yeah, it'd be funny when we were in the recording booth because we would record separately when we were doing gameplay dialogue, and every once in a while, Tony, you would come and play in our headphones
your
before a
headphones.
line, and it was like, oh God. You wouldn't expect it, and it was terrifying.
And Brian, I'll come back to you real quick. What was that like when you heard Tony voice his lines for the first time officially, and what was your initial reaction?
well, first relief because I was like, okay, we made the right choice for sure. And I
Yeah,
think then just
seriously.
general excitement. And I think Tony is so talented that, you know, sometimes depending on, you know, we have so many different characters or so many different actors, you know, sometimes we're, you know, depending on what the role calls for, are we going to
Such great casting.
the way
Having
that
Tony
they
Todd
do the
as
line,
Venom,
and
like,
you just let
it's
Tony
perfect.
be Tony and you get magic.
It was like a gift come true to be able to cement myself in the whole voiceover family and world and meet new friends and conquests. And I'm still pinching myself because I'm a gamer, and I'm telling you, I can't wait for this monumental masterpiece to drop.
That's right.
Sizzle.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you. Can you do the iconic
Here we
"We Are
go.
Venom" line for everybody in the crowd?
Let's go.
It's all out.
What do you want? No, okay.
All right, let's get it.
Venom.
Let's go. That was clean.
All right, well, I think we got some special surprises coming up for you guys. I think the next thing we want to talk about is the collector's edition statue that we have here on
Yep.
the table right
The
here.
one I'm getting October
I think
20th.
it really represents what this game is about. You know, I've said
That looks so
in previous
good.
interviews, I've talked about, you know, it's called Spider-Man 2 for a reason because we have two iconic characters in this great piece of art, but also
Yeah, I love that
it's going to
thing.
take two Spider-Men to
Take
take
down
on
him.
something so powerful, something that they've never been able, there's nothing come their way. I mean, you know, if you look at, you know, whether it's Doc Ock in the first game and then Tinker in Miles Morales, like Venom is
On a
literally
whole
whole
nother
different
level.
beast.
Brian, why are you putting on gloves right now? Like that's
Of these?
yeah. What is that for?
Well,
Like, I'm-
Dorian, before we I think we
Special
should-
edition Spider-Man 2
I think we
PS5.
should play
Yeah.
the video. Let's go ahead and play that video real quick.
Miles, I need your help. What is this stuff? Wait, Pete.
I'll
I
talk
got an idea.
more about this in a minute. This specific thing.
Nice. One more time. On three. 1, 2, 3.
Yep. Okay, so a little bit about that right there. You saw that, right? I have a theory. I had a theory when the first gameplay came out for Spider-Man 2. I had a theory saying at the end that Miles' blue lightning was going to be the thing to take off the symbiote suit off of Peter. I said it. They take the symbiote off of Peter. I said it in my theory video right way back when the gameplay trailer came out, and it's crazy to me now that they made this, because this confirmed my theory, because that voice, that kind of voiceover that we heard of Miles and Peter, and Miles is like, I have an idea, and uses the orange, and he said, and then Peter's like, let's do it on 3, and it's the blue lightning, and it shocks off the symbiote suit off of the part of the PlayStation, which of course is supposed to symbolize the red suit and the shocking. You know what I mean? And the shocking off the symbiote off of the red suit. It clearly confirms that Miles' blue lightning is going to be the thing. His new Venom Blast or Venom Shot. I think it's called like something. I forget what it's called, but his new blue Venom shock. But either way, it just confirms my theory that I was correct on that. And so many people are now saying like, oh, like. From that, saying like, oh, like I have a theory that this and that, or someone said that, and it's like, I've had that theory. I have a video up that I was probably the first one to talk about that theory, because no one was talking about it when the gameplay trailer came out. And then when this came out for the special edition console, that's when everybody started talking and saying, oh my god, I think that Miles' lightning is going to be the thing that gets off gets the symbiote suit off of Peter. I'm like, I've been saying this. If you guys can literally go check it out. I have that video up on my channel. Go check it out. And it literally is around the time that the gameplay trailer came out. So I can't believe that they pretty much confirmed my theory, and it makes me even more excited that my theory was correct, because not many people were talking about it, but I knew in my heart that I knew I was correct. So it's a W win for me. And I'm really curious to know if you guys have been here and you guys saw my theory video where I was talking about this, and then when you guys saw this specific, console reveal trailer, were you like, oh my god, Zach was right? I'm really curious to know. Definitely go check out that video, because that was an interesting video of me breaking it down, that theory of the blue lightning, Miles' blue lightning being the thing to get the symbiote off of Peter. Definitely go check that out, but let's get back to this. That's clean, by the way.
What?
Yeah.
Here it comes.
The beautiful Spider-Man 2 PlayStation 5.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I didn't know about that. I didn't know. They didn't show me that before we came out here today.
They did not.
Yeah.
Now I have to get a
Secrets, you guys.
They knew what they were doing.
Wow.
And you don't have to get a new PlayStation 5. For the people that don't know, which everybody knows now because the news is released. For a lot of people that did not know the following, and I think if I'm correct on the PlayStation Direct, it told you that the face shells come separately. You can get them separately if you want the face shells. Not only that, but the controller comes separately as well. Or you could just get a whole new PS5 that has the face shells of course on it, and it comes with the controller. Of course, me as a PS5 owner, I was really pissed initially because I did not go to the PlayStation Direct. All I knew is that there was a special edition PS5, and I thought to myself, oh my god, if Sony expects me to buy a new PS5 to get the Spider-Man special edition, to get the Spider-Man, special edition PS5, I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not dropping another $500-$600 on the new PlayStation just to get a Spider-Man 2 design PS5. I'm just not doing it. So when I found out, my brother told me no, the you can get the face shell separately and the controller separately. I was like, okay, Sony's not totally money hungry. That they're actually nice. Whether it came from Insomniac's side saying, okay, let's actually make the faceplate separate as well and the controller, or if it was Sony's choice on that. I don't know whose choice it was, but whoever's it was, they were very considerate. They were very nice about, hey, let's not make people buy a new PS5 to get a Spider-Man inspired one. Let's just make the face shells separately if people already have a PS5, and just the controller separate if people just want to get the controller. Super nice, super glad. I'm gonna try to get it this Thursday because I think pre-orders go up this Thursday for the face shells and for the controller. I don't think now if you want the whole PlayStation bundle, the Spider-Man 2 PlayStation PS5, you're gonna have to wait until I think it's gonna come out in September. I think if I'm correct, that's when pre-orders go up for the system for the console. But I'm really glad that I could just hopefully get the face shells and the controller out of the way this Thursday. I'm gonna try to get it, and I'll keep you guys updated and see if I do get it or not.
All right, well, there we go. Like Marvel, so they keep everything so tight-lipped.
I do want to try to get it.
That's how serious they are.
The face shell,
Brian, can you speak to this epic, amazing beautifulness right here?
This has been one of the biggest secrets throughout the entire development of the game, that we were going to have the console and the DualShock. So I know we're pretty pumped. I mean, I think we talk about the symbiote playing a big role. Obviously, it plays a big role here in the design of the console, and we thank PlayStation for going above and beyond with the design.
It's a nice console. It's a nice
closely with everybody on the design.
Special edition, PlayStation.
All in all, that being said, I want to say thank you again to this incredible panel. Thank you guys so much for all your hard work.
So glad that they released this. Let's go. And the cool thing about it is if you get the PlayStation bundle, that with the Spider-Man 2 PlayStation bundle, you get a digital deluxe. I think you get the digital deluxe edition with the PlayStation, the Spider-Man 2 inspired PlayStation, which is really cool. That you kind of get the full thing, which it makes sense for when you get a bundle, you get the game with it. You know what I mean? Because you're paying that extra amount, which I think it's probably gonna be $600. That PlayStation probably. It won't be $500. I'm thinking it's at least gonna be. It's gonna run to $600. I'm thinking, but either way, I'm hoping I can get the face plates this Thursday. Like I said, guys, this upcoming Sunday, I'm gonna finish Spider-Man 2 Remastered. I'm gonna finish the not DLCs, but the side quests. I'm gonna finish all that shit, so that way we could start next Sunday with Spider-Man Miles Morales. That's the goal. It's probably gonna be I have a couple of different side stuff I'm gonna have to do this Sunday, so I'm gonna start it probably early to get all of it done. I'm probably gonna start at 2 o'clock if I'm being honest, and probably go until maybe about 7 o'clock. This stream is probably gonna run. Maybe I'll be done maybe even by 5 o'clock. I'm not quite sure. Maybe 6. Depends on how quick I can get those side missions done. But guys, again here, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, put in notifications, like this video. I'd love to have you guys here, part of the family, part of the channel. Well about spreading love, positivity, and motivation. Yet again, guys, we are almost to 100 subscribers. That is the goal, to get to 100 subs. Hell, if we could get to 200 subs, that would even be amazing. Definitely, like I said, also go check out my main channel, at the Heroverse. Definitely go check it out. It's in the channels playlist. If you go there, you will find my main channel. I do nothing but a lot of movie reviews, reactions, unboxings, and a whole bunch more stuff over on my main channel. Definitely go check it out, and definitely let me know, guys, how were you happy that Marvel Entertainment released released actual footage from the Hall H panel? Were you happy about that when you saw it? Definitely let me know, and let me know what kind of version of Spider-Man 2 are you gonna get? Are you gonna get the digital deluxe edition? Are you gonna get the collector's edition? Are you gonna get the standard disc? Are you gonna get the Spider-Man 2 the new Spider-Man 2 PS5 system? Are you gonna get the actual system that comes with the digital deluxe edition? Or are you just gonna get the face plates and the controller? Let me know, because I'm just gonna get the face plates and the controller. Hopefully this Thursday. I heard it is this Thursday or this Friday is when it's gonna go up. I need to ask my brother to because I can't honestly remember if it's this Thursday or Friday. So either way, I'm gonna keep an eye out for it, because like I said, it's gonna sell out really fast for the face plates, and also for the controller. It's gonna sell out. So again, if you want it, keep an eye on the PlayStation Direct website, because I think it's only going to be a PlayStation Direct exclusive item. I don't think this is something you're just going to be able to get anywhere else. And I think if I'm correct, the faceplates are only sold on the PlayStation Direct website. Now the bundles, I'm not quite sure. Like for the PlayStation 5, PlayStation, exclusive, PlayStation. I don't know if it's going to be sold everywhere. I don't know if it's just going to be sold on the PlayStation Direct website. I think it's going to only be sold on the PlayStation Direct website. I think so. Let me know if you guys know that information. But without further ado, guys, that was the reaction to the Marvel Spider-Man 2 San Diego Comic-Con Hall H Symbiotic Relationships panel. But without further ado, guys, that was a video. I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.